Hello everybody, welcome back to YPPI TV News. Today I am gonna be your news presenter. My name is Vincent Chandra Winata, and let's skip to our headlines today. Genetically modified pig heart transplant into a human. For the first time, scientists have successfully transplanted a pig heart into a human patient. A record 41,000 organs were transplanted were performed last year. The need for another source of organs is huge. More than 41,000 transplants were performed in the US last year, a record including about 3,800 heart transplants, but more than 106,000 people remain on the national waiting list. Thousands die every year before getting an organ, and thousands more never even get added to the list, considered too much of a long shot. David Bennett, a 57-year-old patient with terminal heart disease. Bennett was considered too ill to be placed on the waiting list for a human heart. Given the urgency of his case, Bennett was considered an acceptable candidate for the risky but scientifically impactful pig heart transplant, a procedure that's been years in the making. The procedure was carried out at the University of Maryland School of Medicine in the United States of America, and it was the first time a genetically engineered pig was utilized as an organ donor. Researchers and medical professionals have teamed up to perform xenotransplantation, the interspecies transfers of organs, bodily fluids, or other tissue before, such as with pig kidneys into living humans. Scientists have historically worried that virus genes known as porcine endogenous retroviruses could infect human recipients, a concern that only began to fade with the successful transplant of pig pancreas cells into humans back in 2010. Since then, research teams have practiced transplanting pig hearts into baboons in the hope that a similar procedure could someday save a human life. The heart Bennett received came from a pig developed by Ravi Vicker, a firm responsible for genetically engineering second organs prior to transplant. To prepare the heart, Ravi Vicker modified 10 of the donor's animals' genes. 4 genes were eliminated as they would have otherwise produced antibodies typically responsible for transplant rejection, or encouraged for the growth of the heart following completion of the transplant. The other 6 were introduced to human genes to help Bennett's body have a better chance at accepting the donated heart. 3 days after the procedure, Bennett is reported as having shown signs of acceptance. While human rejection can take several weeks to set in, a successful first few days can be promising. Bennett was supported by a heart lung bypass machine following the transplant, as well as by immune-suppressing medications to stave off potential rejections. Should Bennett's transplant prove successful long-term, xenotransplanted heart may offer a beacon of health and hope for those who otherwise sit on traditionally long waiting lists. Such lists are often 6 months long, if not longer. That is our headline news today, and let's continue to our news after this break. Thank you.